Okay, it's showing. Oh yeah, okay. I saw this video of this place. Yeah, there's a couple of these coming out now where they've got something coming out of the top of these spines. It looks like
Yeah.
energy
Mm.
and
So we've seen that
shooting
energy.
straight up. So
Yeah.
So literally, if they were powering the dome, it could have been bigger, right?
Yeah.
A lot bigger, which
Yes.
means the atmospheric pressure would change, which means things would grow bigger.
Yes. Exactly. And so very much like that movie where they shrunk everyone with Matt Damon in it. I can't remember what it's called.
Matt Damon, yep.
You know the one? What's that movie?
Yeah. It's called something about cutting back, or like what do you call it when you live on less means? Something like that. Yeah, something like that.
So the premise of that film is that they literally shrink hundreds of millions of people in order to then fit them into like a shoebox, which to the shrunken version of themselves looks like a mansion, and then these little amazing luxurious worlds, but they're just like would be model cities, train model cities to us, but to them it was just like an amazing, and they had a firmament, it had a firmament around it, and you can conceptualize that they did the changing the energy or the technology that powered up that firmament, our original firmament. Downsize, that's right, that's the movie. Because there's a reason why they've like taken out all the technology, and which has led to the destruction of all the buildings.
And look at the size of the buildings.
Yeah.
Clearly made for bigger people.
Yeah.
And they even tell us everything in the past was bigger.
Yep.
They tell us that they just don't mention the humans. They just leave that in the Bible and stuff like that, right?
Absolutely.
So, but they tell us, dragonflies, dinosaurs, all this kind of stuff, woolly mammoths, everything was bigger. So it's an interesting concept, isn't it? That if someone or some things from another realm could get in here somehow and turn off the power, and that would just start to shrink the dome, and we would start to shrink down, and it would change the atmosphere. It would maybe would it make us more carbon based? I don't know. There's a whole carbon silica thing, and there's a whole trees. That would mean if the dome was shrinking and the trees were really as massive as some of them look, they would literally have to come down, or they'd be poking through the dome.
Exactly.
Right? So,
and what if they somehow reversed it? Like, what if so if they've removed the technology that powered up the firmament that held the Tartarian culture and this giant race, and has resulted in the shifting of our sun and the downscaling of the size of the population, and obviously the shift also resulted in no babies being born, because then obviously we had the baby incubators and etc. And of course there's all this concept of like giant mountains that look like giant animals or giant faces, etc. And so if they somehow took the technology away and reversed it, and then that kept us in a very low density bubble, which of course shrunk us, because it can assumably, if you're existing in a low density, you would be, although the draconians that we would know about are pretty big motherfuckers, so maybe that doesn't fit as a theory, but there's a big effect, right?
But, I mean, it's gonna shrink us down. That's why